Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori Brame. Thank you for being here. If you would take a second, like and subscribe. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Today I just want to talk about self-care, and that is, hang on, today I really just want to, today I want to talk about self-care and how not all self-care is created equal. And I used to absolutely hate the term because I didn't know what that meant for me. Thing that a lot of people think of is, pamper yourself, go get a manicure, go get an ice cream, treat yourself, like all those things. Well, when you're bedridden or depressed or, fill in the blank, it's extremely hard to do those things, and it can be exhausting and not self-care at all. I just want to encourage you guys to really take a look at what self-care is for you. If you're a mom or something like that, and kind of the status quo is time away from your kid, it might be time with your kid is more like self-care for you. Like, doing something that you and your kid love to do together, that might be the most beneficial thing for you, whereas somebody else, it might be time away from the kid. Self-care does not have to be alone. You can hang out with your girlfriends or your buddies or like whatever, if that is something that really fills you up. I feel like there's so many things about self-care that are more like buzzwords than actually helpful. So I really want you to take a look at like what you feel better after doing. If you feel better after watching your favorite TV show or something like that, that's great. That is a sign that it's a good thing. If you feel kind of worse, like depleted and tired or whatever, like maybe that's not really self-care. And, if it is something that you want to keep doing, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But, if you have like a few hours off or maybe a full day off where you just get to pick your own schedule and do what you want to do, maybe not watching that all day, or maybe not even watching it at all, might be the best as far as your overall health. I'm the worst when it comes to that. I love shows where, they're like yelling at each other and it's like absolutely crazy. And, I love cooking shows where there's like a lot of pressure and stuff like that. But that might not be the best thing for me to like really relax and unwind because I get so into it. Here are a few things that work for me that are kind of weird self-care. Like, not everybody has them like this. And I'm just telling you these things so that you can actually think about what really helps you personally. For me, I love going and walking in crowded spaces where I don't know anybody, and I like being alone when I do it. Something about it, I don't know what it is, but it relaxes me. I feel so relaxed. I feel so happy when I do that. Going to the theater by myself, absolutely love it. Table for one even. Like, I am that person that will do that, and I think it's fun. So that's one thing I really enjoy. I also really like writing. And this is something that I had kind of forgotten that I loved until I published my first book. And then I was just like, wow, like I really enjoyed writing that book. I need to get it back into that. And then now I am back into it. I absolutely love it. And it's something I try to do every single week, is find time to actually work on my novel. And really think it fills me up more than journaling does because I get to control the story. So much of journaling has to do with, me putting my chaotic thoughts down on paper. And while that is therapeutic, it might not be something that necessarily always builds me back up. Whereas writing a fictional story definitely does, because I can put whatever I want to in it. Another thing for me is making my own food. I do like not having to cook, but I really don't like restaurant food. I don't like how it makes me feel. 9 times out of 10, I don't even like how it tastes because I'm so picky. But actually making my own food, I really love it. Like it's really my favorite thing to have a fridge full of food that I made that I'm excited to eat. I control what goes into it. I know what spices go into it. I know everything in it is something I'll like, and it just makes me feel really happy and safe to have that. Another thing that is really huge for me is my mala, my prayer beads. I have a mantra that I say with them, but oftentimes I just pray while I'm doing the mala. And that is something that really fills me up. You know, it's not like necessarily a traditional devotional or, you know, anything like that, but it is something that I will come back to again and again as something that really feeds me. And there are other things that I really enjoy doing, but they're not really self-care for me. So we are fortunate enough to live very close to a beach. And I thought before I moved here that like long walks on the beach would be my jam. And they are, and I enjoy them, but they exhaust me. Like I am so tired after that. And it's not something, it's something I do because it's beautiful, but I would so much rather go with my boyfriend and our kids. Like I would love to do that, but if I'm alone, like I really don't want to go for a long walk on the beach by myself. Like that's not, it's more like a fun thing to do. It's not like something that is relaxing and builds me up. Talking to friends, like that's another thing that is very common with self-care. I love my friends. Like I am so fortunate with the friends that I have, but talking to them is more like a thing to do. It's not something that I can just like really relax into. I think it does have to do with me being just so much of an introvert that when I really need to build myself back up and recharge, talking to anybody is not what is best for me always. So this video is basically just permission to figure out what is self-care for you. You don't have to do the traditional manicure or, you know, chocolate and binge watching The Bachelor. Like actually figure out what works for you and what helps you, and then run with it. Set those boundaries. Be like, no, you know, Friday night from 7 to 9 is my time to do whatever. And or maybe not Friday night, you know, maybe Monday. I don't know. I don't know your schedule. But actually think about it and create time for you to do that for yourself. Like I've found for me, once I started carving out time to write all the time, my mood increased. I became more excited about other things in my life. Like I just really feel like self-care is not a negotiable thing, and self-care doesn't have to be a bubble bath. It doesn't have to be a massage. Like it can be something that you just really enjoy. So it really can be whatever it is that helps you and builds you back up. So permission to have weird self-care. Go for it. And also let me know what it is, because this kind of thing really fascinates me and I would love to know. So you guys take care, and thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you later.